of what do we
The
got?
first one is
Rebel Moon.
Oh yeah, of Rebel Moon. We now I didn't see Rebel Moon yet. I'm going to go see it, but we have somebody here who
I
has.
saw it.
We got a.
I synced it.
What is your thoughts of the Oscar anticipated
I have a very middle of the road thought. I don't think it's fantastic, and I don't think it's the worst thing I've ever seen. Now, what I think that is when you watch this movie on Netflix, but mind you, you've got to consider it. This is part one. There is a part two. I think going into it with that knowledge does help you kind of get through some of the story development. This is a sci-fi where they are developing the worlds. They're developing society. They're developing the way the world works, which when you're working in a sci-fi, you have to be patient enough to kind of get that information to understand what's going on. What I really liked about this is I'm a little bit of a Firefly geek. Love me some Firefly. It was very reminiscent of Firefly for me. You're combining an old world idea. Firefly was the Western.
For
with
me.
a new world idea, which is the sci-fi part, with a cultural idea. For Firefly, it was like an Asian culture infusion into those three things. With this one, it's kind of like a cultural dynamic of our societies now. So you're getting kind of this blend of what their idea of society is and blending that in with this like older world Viking-esque kind of idea with the sci-fi aspect.
Right.
So when you're going into it with that knowledge and that you're blending these sort of components together, it was fascinating to me. I enjoy these kinds of storylines. I find them very escapisms. Like I like to escape into these worlds and I think they're fun, and kind of discovering the way that these worlds work is very entertaining because sometimes they fall in the lines of like things that we can relate to now, and then sometimes they fall into these ideals that we wish our worlds would, you know, relate to now. And I like that because it kind of gives you a sense of reality, but with this expectation of a utopia idea. And like, you know, it definitely revolves around the kicking it to the man sort of thing. Like, you know, the rebels coming up against the man, which is of course always a winner in the sci-fi world. And I really enjoyed it. It's not in my mind anything that's sort of like it's the best movie in the world, but
nothing groundbreaking.
Nothing groundbreaking. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed too. I don't know if it was just my TV. You know, sometimes TVs can change the feel of like a scene that you're seeing. But like watching them camping in a scene felt very realistic.
It's funny you mentioned. I remember hearing one of the critics saying that moment was bringing that moment up, a campfire situation.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it was over the campfire. That's exactly it.
I heard negative and positive things about it, but yeah,
I liked it. It was very much almost like a realist feel. Like you kind of felt like you were sitting around the campfire yourself, like that kind of viewpoint, living in it. And I just really enjoyed it. I really like these kind of storylines.
Okay, come on, let's be honest. It's SOFIA BOUTELLA that she likes.
I know, I really do like her. And it was so funny because like Jess and I were watching it together and I was like, I've had a crush on her for a long time. Like she's like one of those
razor legs that was in The Kingsman.
She's like one of those actresses that.
Have you ever seen her dance videos? She's a dancer.
No,
she's a professional. Yeah, she's a professional dancer.
I'm gonna be go on
YouTube and TikTok. Type in her name, dancing. Yeah, you will not be disappointed.
I've watched her throughout some other movies, and she's always been a fighter in movies, and she's beautiful in her fighting skills, which makes sense if she's a dancer because you have that ability to understand your body.
Star Trek 3, she was in that. She was in a lot of stuff.
She's got the ability to hold these kind of roles, and it really portrays in this movie. And I really enjoyed the complexity of building the story and building the worlds and creating these sort of like detail-oriented ideas that, you know, are similar to what we have, but also very different. I liked it. To me, it's just kind of like one of those things that I just enjoy watching.
Okay. All right. Well, let us know what you guys think. I'm still gonna check it out. I gotta check it out. I don't know if Joy's gonna check it out with me. I don't know if Tabs talked you into it, but I mean,
it does have what's his butt though from the show with the bikers that I never watched, but
I didn't watch that either.
But Sons of Anarchy.
Everybody loves
Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy. Yes, Sons of Anarchy. I never watched that show, but
yeah, Charlie Hunt.
Everyone loves him. He's very handsome. And then it has the guy from Game of Thrones, and he was also in Black Orphan.
Ed
and-
Screen, I think. I don't know if that's the was he the main bag?
No. He's the farmer in the movie.
Alfonso Herrera is one.
Nope.
I'm looking at the cast right now. I don't know.
Not him. That's another one of the main characters. He's the farmer in it. Like, him. Michael
Husman.
Mm-hmm. He was also in Game of Thrones. He was also in oh my God, Black Orphan, which is another. He was a really great character in that one too. But yeah, it was really good.
2 thumbs up. You highly recommend?
I recommend.
Recommend.
I recommend.
We recommend.
Just like I didn't say 2.
I didn't say
I don't
like,
highly.
I didn't say I'd kick it out of bed.
But I am eager to watch part 2. It's just kind of a fun watch.
It's on the computer.
Welcome back, Tabs. Appreciate it. You know.
That's me.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, like, and comment your thoughts on this topic or any topics that you think that we should talk about in upcoming videos. Also, you can follow us at T3 Medias on Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and we also have a T3 Media Studios podcast where we post our movie